and welcome to the Monday, May 1st episode of Morning Coffee and Chat. What a morning it's been already. What a morning it's been. You guys know, if there's one thing in this world that upsets me, that turns my stomach more than anything else, it is racism, it is hate, it is anything of that sort. I got up this morning at a little bit before 4. And I sat down, I got fired up. Good morning, Brenna. Hope you're doing good, honey. I got up this morning a little bit before 4. I sat down, I started working on the next video to come out next week. Hey, Tier 1, good to see you. Hope you're doing good. I would say happy Monday, but I know there's no such thing, so I'm not even going to waste my energy or your time. But I got up, and the very first thing that popped up on my computer was Carolyn Bryant Donham died at the age of 88. Now, you might be asking who Carolyn Bryant Donham is. Back in 1955, while at a store, she was approached by a young black man, a man by the name of Emmett Till, 15 years old. And she went home and, oh, this black man scared me. He made sexual advances towards me in inappropriate language. And da-da-da-da-da. And yeah. Now, remember, this is 1955. So her husband and his brother went and found the young man, beat the ever-loving hell out of him, and then lynched him for making inappropriate advances to a white woman. A few years later, she came forward and said that key portions of her testimony were not true. Now, she was never charged with anything. Her husband and his brother were acquitted by an all-white jury. It wasn't until Mr. Till's family, his mother and other family members, let Jet Magazine publish pictures of his body from the open casket funeral that was a huge catalyst in the civil rights movement. Why? Why? I mean, is it just pure evil? Is it just pure hate? Is it fear? What is it? What is it that would make a woman run home and lie to her husband and knowingly sit there at her house while her husband and her brother-in-law take this young man whose life hadn't even really started yet and take him out and beat him to a pulp and string him up by the neck until he was dead for something he'd never done? The concept is beyond my realm of thinking. Plain and simple. That's how my day started. And then I realized, oh wait, it's May 1st. We're supposed to have a drawing tonight. So I started going through everybody who had entered for the drawing, for the giveaway on those two paintings. If you all look into the community, on the community page here on the channel, I was forced to extend out that drawing because, frankly, we've not made enough on that drawing to have one picture insured, let alone have two pictures cleaned, insured, and shipped. So I don't know if maybe people just don't like art. I don't know if people just don't like Southwestern type art. I don't know. I got no clue. But we're forced to extend out the giveaway competition because, well, no one's been interested. So, for those who have already entered into it, morning, Justin. For those who had already entered into it, my question to you is this. Do we go ahead and extend it out? Or do we put your entries... Give me your cup, bud. I'll go and get you some coffee. No reason for you to stand around and look at this profile. No one wants to see... Do you want to see that first thing in the morning? I don't. Of course, tomorrow about midday, early afternoon at least, my friend makes his trip back across the pond, back to his homeland again. So, needless to say, it's going to be a very solemn day around here. I'll go to work tomorrow, and I'll be at work when the wife has to take him to the airport. Why I got Sunday and Monday off and didn't get Monday and Tuesday like I asked, but I guess he places me where he needs me. But tonight we're going to go out, we're going to have a nice dinner together, our last dinner together for at least a year, and then I will do a stream on Wednesday night. And then, of course, we'll do our normal Friday streams. Don't forget, Friday evening, 7 o'clock p.m. Eastern Standard Time. We have got Garan and Jamie from Paranormal Search. They're going to be sitting down. They're going to be talking about their most recent investigations. They've been traveling. Fish, I would love to, man. I've already told him, with the wife working the way she does and me not being able to drive and this town being a spot on a map about that big, I would love to go over there. I would love for me and the wife and daughter to go over and spend a week or two in England and let him show us around his area. But financially, what's your plane ticket cost on United to come over here?
$1,000.
$1,000? So you're talking $3,000. You're talking $3,000 for us to go over there. Yeah, see, that wouldn't be fair for just me to go. He's become part of our family. And, the wife and daughter look us forward to seeing him as I do. So, yeah, it wouldn't be fair for just me to go. Besides that, if just I went, we'd spend every night in a bloody pub together. That would be some interesting, um, yeah, save. Right now, we're saving just to save the house. Weirdest frickin' thing happened Friday. I got my meager little paycheck. Hey, Tony, good to see you. Morning, Rusty. Grandma passed away on the 25th of January. On the 28th of January, the mortgage company took out the mortgage payment. On the 28th of February, they didn't. So we had to send the mortgage payment in. On the 28th of March, they didn't take it out. So we had to send the mortgage payment in. On Friday, they took it out. 3 days before the wife was going to pay it and had the money in the bank to pay it. Which automatically, that $650 payment put us 200 and some odd dollars, 250, 270, something like that, in the hole in the bank. So, though we were only like $50 or $60 short of being able to make that payment, they took out the $650, which put us, 200 some odd dollars in in the negative because of all the fees and stuff like that. So needless to say, for the next week or two, things are going to be tighter than a pair of skinny jeans on a 300-pound man. So yeah, it's going to be real interesting around here. But hey, and so is life. Save. I sure wish. My tips are, right now I got a stripper wad saved in my little lockbox. So, yeah, I don't think United is going to your bank. Yeah, see, our credit union does. And that was the problem. We knew we were going to face that problem when Grandma passed away. Because everything used to be automatically deducted. Well, then when since the wife was on Grandma's account and she had her own account, she combined the two accounts. The credit union done it for when Grandma passed away. So all of a sudden, a lot of things are not automatically taken out anymore. We got a $400 water bill 2 weeks ago. I guess that the water company just decided they didn't want to automatically deduct the water bill anymore. So we had basically a 3-month water bill pop up. So, I mean, we knew there was going to be issues when she passed away that we were going to have to work through, and we're working through them. It's just shocking us a little bit. Not to mention, we've received 2 letters from Grandma's insurance company addressed to her, talking about her insurance and stuff. So, well, I mean, Tony, you've got 2 women in this house that bathe daily. You got me that takes a bath every other day. At least I quit taking a bloody shower. That way we don't have 25 gallons of water just going down the drain instead of 15 gallons of water sitting in a bathtub. Not to mention my daughter's friend comes over here, and yeah, and fish jumping in the lake would be a really, really cool idea once the temperatures get up there. Right now, our water temperature is still right around that 40-degree mark. I'm afraid it would not be a very long bath, and I'm afraid if I did jump in the lake at 40 some odd degrees, there would be 3 women in this house because I would never see my pee-pee again. It would probably turn into a tail. So, uh, my dogs have their own swimming pool, and I don't spend that much on water. Yeah, it's cold here this morning too, bud. We only got up to like 40, 48 yesterday,
Yeah,
and it was 30, 36 when I got up this morning.
39 now.
It's 39 now? Well, it's gone up 3 degrees. It's raining like hell out here, has been.
Chance of snow.
Yeah, I seen that earlier, mixed rain and snow. So, hey, the day before you go back to England that never frickin' sees snow, you're
Well,
going
we
to
do
see it for the...
but not in May.
You're going to see it for the 3rd time
Not
this
in May.
trip.
Not in May.
I thought I was done with the heated seats. You know, that's the one thing that we miss about this Chevy that she's got now. The Saturn had heated front seats in it. So on those cold winter days when I would go out and I'd start the car for her before she went to work, turn on the defrosters, I would always kick on the heated seat for her. She'd go out there, wiggle her butt in that warm seat and lay back against it and everything. Not in this frickin' Chevy, man. Now I understand why people bought Saturns so much when they first come out. No, it's not snowing now. It's just raining right now. We're probably about 6-7 degrees too warm for snow right now. I did an 800-mile weekend. I know, Tony. I was going to ask you how that went, being with your daughter and the grandkids all weekend long. Because I know you took a long trip on Friday afternoon and had to come back yesterday. But at least you're thinking clear enough you can type this morning. So, I mean, obviously you didn't lose your sanity being stuck in the car with the babies for so long. You think you got issues? I just got a hold of Jimmy this weekend finally. He lost everything, including his ride to a fire. Wow. Oh, I'm sure you do, man. I come home from work the other day and my granddaughter was here, and that just made my day. That just made my day. I came in, I got me a cold beer and took a sip of it and picked her up, started playing with her, and she's, tugging on my beard and playing with my mustache, and she's only 5 months old now, so I actually thought about trimming this up a little bit, and I thought, man, if I did that, she wouldn't have anything to play with when I held her. Because even when I sit in my chair and put her on my belly, she'll sit there and she'll tug on my beard and she'll tug on my mustache. And be loving the grandbabies, man. Be loving the grandbabies. The grandson got a first place in the state science fair and some special recognition award. That's very cool. That's really neat. Congratulations to him. Hey, speaking of special recognitions, I don't know if you guys follow very much the news or not, but did you hear about the seventh grader that saved a busload of kids up by Detroit the other day? I guess they were coming home from school, and the bus driver suffered a heart attack or something like that and passed out driving the bus. And this boy noticed the bus was starting to cross the line into oncoming traffic and ran up there and grabbed the wheel and slowly pressed the brake until the bus came to a stop right on the line. And then, shifted it up into park, looked back at one of his friends, and told him to call 911. The kid's like, man, we're going to get in trouble. And he's like, I don't care, call 911. And I guess the bus driver had radioed the bus garage and told him that she wasn't feeling very well. And just moments later, just straight down in her seat. And when EMTs arrived and stuff, she was still unconscious in her seat, and she's in the hospital now. But I guess this boy's got special recognition from the city, from the mayor. He wants to be an EMT when he grows up. He's got special recognition from the county, the emergency medical services, and so I think this kid might just have a guaranteed spot here in about 7 or 8 years when he gets out of school. They still have science in school. Apparently they do. Apparently they do. It's not like it was when we were in school, though. They don't do, they don't dissect the baby pigs. They don't, do any of that really cool stuff they used to do, the effects of electricity and water, how centrifugal force works, anything like that. They just pretty much sit and look on a computer. Now, I understand computers are the wave of the future. Technology is the wave of the future, but I do believe in a certain way it's making our kids more retarded. I just really honestly do. Alan walked my daughter and her friend down to where I work at the other night to get them ice cream. And we have a boy down there that works. And he had, even though he had a cash register right there, which, understand, these are very, very advanced, nice cash registers. This kid literally had to ask for help making change
Out of a 20.
Out of a 20. He came back laughing about it and told me, and I'm like, not surprised. Not surprised. I mean, and the register's very, very easy. All you have to do is walk up there. If the order comes to $11.25, and somebody hands you a 20, you just type in 20000, and boom, it automatically tells you how much it is. The kid could not count $9.75. Or $8.75. He needed help. I feel sorry for our future. I really do. Tyler's brother is going to be a grandpa here real soon. Very cool. There ain't nothing like being a grandpa. Nothing like being a grandpa. Morning, Shane. Good to see you, bud. Hope you're doing good. Yeah, we are, Rusty. We're becoming a dumbed-down nation. Yeah, they don't teach biology. They don't teach biology. You even try to have that talk with your kids these days, and they look at you like, what the hell are you talking about? Good morning, Robert. Good to see you. Orb Puff, hello. Good morning, good morning. Did he project on weather? Gamer, found land. Non-gamer. I may change the offering plate so you can do it. My grandkids are in 3rd grade, have no idea how to write or read script. Nope, they don't teach script anymore. They don't teach script anymore. They don't teach kids how to read analog clocks, which to me is stupid because not every place you go has a digital clock. My daughter is a freshman in high school, about ready to complete her freshman year. They have never taught her how to read an analog clock, only digital. It may change. Been waiting for years. We did factory work in middle school. Benjos, good morning. Love the show. Hope you're doing well. My only question is, what is the biggest object you've ever managed to lift to fit up your bum? Wow. I don't know any bums, so that's kind of hard to. It's kind of hard to answer. All stupid kids be killed off fighting in Ukraine. Drew Amelia's back in hospital. Took her last night. She threw up blood. They admitted her for testing. Oh my God, man. I was thinking about her yesterday too. I uploaded that video on your Facebook page yesterday, and I seen where you hadn't been on there in a few weeks to approve any videos. And it's like, man, I gotta get a hold of him. I gotta call him or something and find out how Amelia's doing. And I should have, because that just, wow, that poor dear. That's crazy. She's been doing so well. So I mean, that's really, my prayers, man, are definitely with you too. She's way too young to be going through all this. What's the biggest animal you've managed to push up inside you? I don't know. I pushed a whole trout down inside me about 2 weeks ago. Yeah, it was a whole trout. So most kids can't mow the grass. It was less than a year ago. We had to teach my daughter how to use a broom to sweep the kitchen floor. Home ec class, for God's sakes. They went through home ec class, and she passed home ec class, but she don't know how to use a broom. She's just trying to pull with it. Here in Scotland, you get teach both. Sorry, I spelled everything wrong. I have dyslexia. So you're from Scotland, huh, or Puff? My friend that's here visiting right now is originally from Scotland. His family moved to England when he was really young, but he's a Muir. But he comes every year. He missed the last few years because of the pandemic, but he comes over whenever he can, at least once a year, permitting, and spends 2 weeks. So we're taking him back to the airport tomorrow. So ding ding. Don't be a ding ding. Yeah, she's been doing good. Just hit her all of a sudden last night. I know a guy that liked gerbils. Yeah, his name's Richard Gere. As long as you're not shoving gerbils up your butt. Yeah, that's considered animal cruelty. Um, when you're fitting gerbils up your hindquarters. But yeah, I was gonna cook a nice meal tonight for Alan. I was I was actually gonna make him Scotch eggs, toddies and neeps tonight, and because my mother-in-law's been screaming for my Scotch eggs, and I figured, make the last night a big blowout, and he's like, nope, I want to take you guys all out for dinner tonight, which we have a very nice little Celtic pub in South Bend we go to when he's here, called Fiddler's Hearth. They serve all, Celtic food from Ireland, Scotland, England, Wales, the whole, but it's usually traditional music, traditional beers, traditional whiskeys, traditional food. Um, the last time we were there, I think him and I probably consumed close to a 20-pack of Bellhaven, and neither one of us, thank God, were driving. So, if anybody over across the ocean wants to send me a great big box of Bellhaven, that is like my favorite beer, and there's one place in a 75-mile radius I can get it at, and that's Fiddler's Hearth, and it's 45 minutes away. So if anybody ever wants to send me a big old box of Bellhaven, and maybe toss in a couple Iron Brews. You're going to see a very, very happy Drew. MSC here, another major bank. Just, let me see. It sounds like a ratty-ass hobby. Shoving live small animals up your butt usually is. Another major bank just collapsed and was sold off to J.P. Morgan. Good morning, dog. Good to see you, bud. Hope you're doing well. Why cook stuff from the aisles? Cooking American. That's all we've been doing is cooking American. It's all we've done for 2 weeks is cooking American. Hell, I made him BLTs the other night. And then, of course, Saturday, my buddy Mike, he worked for 2 days smoking ribs and making homemade tater salad and stuff like that. So Alan had his very first big Texas smoke out on Saturday. That was cool. All of us had Texas barbecue sauce in our eyebrows, our elbows, and everything else. I'm having fun this morning filling up propane tanks in the back of the warehouse. Oh, yeah, that's shits and giggles right there, buddy. Woohoo! Got my ass kicked Saturday. What happened, dog? Lifeline, way to America, just to go to a pub you can go to locally. That's one reason I would absolutely love to go over there and visit him sometime, is he has this one little pub that he goes to after work. He works for the Royal Mail, and he's got this one little pub in Corby that he goes to that's within walking distance of his house. And I told him I would love to just be able to walk down there with him and sit at the pub and drink a few pints together. Just listen to people. not to mention all the history in that area, you know, within just an hour or two drive from his house. Auction 9 hours. Sold, 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 sold. Wow. I smoked a pork butt yesterday. Pulled it. We put it on loaded baked potatoes, barbecue style. Turned out good. I bet it did, Robert. That sounds great, man. Can't remember the last time I got my ass kicked. Maybe primary school. It's because you're a pretty big dude, Shane. Honestly, I would love to see. I would almost pay money to see you and Fish in a wrestling ring together. You guys are both pretty stout dudes, man. Pretty stout. Dog, I announced that at the beginning of the live stream. Believe it or not, due to the fact of due to the, I'll just say it, like I mean it. Due to the fact that I've barely received any entries, I've not received enough on that giveaway competition to insure one photo, let alone have or one painting, let alone have both paintings professionally cleaned, shipped, and insured. So I think we've made like $30 on that giveaway that we've been running all this time. So I've had to extend it out. I mean, this is a first for me. I've never had to extend out. I've never had such a low interest in any giveaway competition I've ever done on either channel. But I can't just cancel the competition because we have had like 32 or 33 people that have already sent in entries. So yeah, I have to extend it out. So I've extended it out to the end of May. Once again, the information on those paintings are on our community tab. You can go over, you can look at it, you can get the artist names, you can do your own research and find out exactly what their paintings are worth. When my friends come in from Korea, we spend all the time at the gun range. After he hit me from behind. Still here, just working on animation. You're cool, Orb Puff. I was doing that earlier, so as a native born and bred Texan, I will say Kansas City barbecue is better. Really? I'll see, the time I spent in Texas, the few years I was down there, I don't think I ever had anything as good as Texas barbecue. There's just, I mean, especially when you have smoked the meat over mesquite for, a day or so. My goodness, that stuff is good. Good morning, Ty. Good to see you, bud. Hope you're doing well this morning. Hey guys, don't forget the little thumbs up thingy. It really kind of helps out the algorithm, makes us look good. We need all the help we can get. I don't know if you guys have looked at our numbers, or if you can see them now on your device, but we are 9 subscribers away. We are 9 family members away from breaking that 1,000 again. I mean, we're right there. We're squeaking into it. So, it's coming. Good barbecue don't need to be drowned in sauce. Oh no, you're right. It don't need to be drowned in sauce. I want some of Franklin's barbecue in Texas. They stand in the line for like 5 or 6 hours every day to get some. Yep. And you know, there's one place down in Texas that I really miss. And it was a restaurant I used to go to all the time in Liberty, Texas, called the Cow Palace. They had, and what made me think about the Cow Palace was the whole, you know, barbecued pork butt on a baked potato. They had a baked potato down there called the kitchen sink. This thing came on a platter. That potato was that big, baked just right, and covered with everything from bacon to chili to cheese to onions to, I mean, you name it. It literally looked like what's left in the kitchen sink after you do dishes. That thing had to weigh like 4 pounds when they brought it to you. I mean, most people think of a baked potato as a side dish. This sucker was a meal in itself. There was ground beef, there was chili, there was pork, there was barbecue, there was bacon, there was onions, there was 3 or 4 different kinds of onions. I mean, there was cheese all over this thing. If this thing was not a gut attack waiting to happen, it was good. But yeah, we went on and extended out that giveaway on those paintings. Again, you can look at those paintings and the information on the artists, their auction values, a little bit of the history on the artist on the community tab. We extended it out to the end of May. Hopefully, we'll gather in enough to get them clean, get them shipped, get them insured, and if not, I'm just going to have to take a punch in the gut on them. I'll have to take a loss on them and do it. But the next thing we got coming up, and I don't have it with me. I've got it in the lockbox. We have got a 1893, 1897. But anyway, we got a silver Morgan dollar we're going to be giving away. A little bit of history, you know, a little bit of history coinage there. We're having baked potato here at work on Friday. I started grilling out for lunch every Friday. Oh, cool. That's a good idea. We have steaks last Friday. Nice. Hey, Pocket Watch. Good to see you. Hope you're doing well today. I would say happy Monday, but since there is no such a thing, I'm not going to waste my breath or your time with that one. Just able to listen in the background. Wanted to know I was still around. Just life busy. Oh yeah. Definitely so. Definitely life busy. Heartache, good. Bit overpriced. Busy day today. Today is my dad's birthday. Having to rearrange the house. Kids have appointments today. Got to work on the Trailblazer. Do laundry. Doubt if I'll get it all done today. Time management. Time management. Those are the only two words you need to remember. Time management. The nice thing about doing laundry is laundry don't need to be supervised. That machine knows what it's doing. So you put in one load, go and rearrange the living room and stuff like that. Stick that load in the dryer, put another load in the washer, go out and work on the Trailblazer. You may even find time to make your dad a really pretty birthday card. Or do what Tony said and use the kids as free labor. Tony might be full of poop and vinegar on occasion, but Tony is a very, very intelligent man. And he has learned how to utilize children and grandchildren both to help get things done. That's why I value everything Tony says. He may not know it, but I've learned a lot from Tony. As for the kids' appointments, put their little backpacks on them, stick a blow me sandwich in there, give them a juicy juice, and send them packing. Say, psst, 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 psst. You know where your doctor's at. Go visit. The appointments are in Des Moines. The laundry I have to take to the laundromat. Again, child labor. You take the laundry to Des Moines with you. You stick it in a washing machine at the laundromat. Leave Brenna there to watch it. That way no one steals your underoos. I know how long you looked for them Wonder Woman underoos. I don't want anybody to steal your underoos. You leave her there to watch the laundry. You take the kids to the appointments. Get those done. By the time you get done with those appointments, the laundry should be done. Then you can go back home. You can rearrange the house. And might still have time to make that birthday card for your dad. Offer them money. I used to do that to my daughter all the time. She'd want to know how much I was going to pay her, so I'd tell her. And then when she got done with the work, I'd give her an IOU. He's just teaching them like we did as kids. Get a tub and a washboard. There you go. Hey, just get a washboard, take them down to the river, have Brenna wash them, and you film her. Then not only are you getting your laundry done, but you're getting a video up for your channel as well. One of my best friends dry cleans everything, and I mean everything. I'm like, why do you have your underwear dry cleaned? He goes, they feel better. Oh no, Drew, you don't just go to the laundromat in Des Moines. You go there to do drugs or buy them. Well, that makes laundry not so monotonous then, doesn't it? There is nothing in the world like watching a dryer, an industrial strength dryer, kick into, hyperspeed and, really get to flaring up there like on an acid high. I mean, you see all kinds of things in the center there. The little faces come up to the window and gerbils. running around the wheels, all kinds of stuff. Exactly. Knock two birds out with one stone. Diesel is used to dry clean. Now, I didn't know that. See? I learn as much from you guys as you do from... Sometimes I learn more from you than you do from me. Which, I mean, I'm not exactly the crumbliest cookie in the package, so that's pretty much a given. I'm going to learn more from you than you do from me. I wouldn't want that near sensitive bits. Why not, Tony? The wife knowing that you done dried your unders in diesel. Next time you look at her and says, "Hey baby, how was that for you?" she can say explosive. Des Moines is Little Chicago for a reason. It's not a place I go unless I have no other choice. Little Chicago. Never heard that before. I'll have to remember that if I'm ever in Iowa. Then again, the only reason I'll be coming to Iowa is to see you, see my buddy out on the west side, or, visit that little town that's got the Captain Kirk statue in the middle of it. Is that like staying the night in a hotel with Confederate flags all over your truck? And there are drug deals and hookers in the parking lot in a fun part of Savannah. I would say. Be like Flint, Michigan. There ain't nothing wrong with Flint, Michigan. Flint, Michigan's pretty scary. But that's just me. I'm always one for an adventure. Even if it's a dangerous adventure. All right, Orb Puff, you go take care of the puppy dog, and thanks for coming in. Thanks for coming in, hanging out with us. You have yourself a good day. Take care of yourself. I know your day's about half over already over there, and take care. Come back anytime. It's like I always say, once you've been here once, you're part of the family. Come back anytime you want and hang out. But you take care, much love, and have a good rest of your day. My youngest, who gave me the 99 Suburban, has a 2002 Suburban, has 220,000 miles on it. I was surprised at how well the thing did this weekend. Dude, we've talked about Suburbans before. It's one reason I've always wanted one. Those suckers will last. They'll drive you to hell and back. And they'll bring back a load of brimstone, too. I mean, Suburbans are made to last forever. They're the best, to me, in my opinion, one of the best freaking trucks Chevy ever come out with. All right, Orb. You have a good day. Take care. Seeing Des Moines would be like driving your Confederate flag through a mob of anti-Confederate flag wavers with AR-15s and you're unarmed. Are you exaggerating? I mean, are you exaggerating? I've never heard bad things about Des Moines like this. I mean, I've even had people tell me if you want to see a cool place to visit, come to Des Moines. I've had good luck with that Vortex. I'll take Savannah over Atlanta any day of the week. I've been around Atlanta once, and I'd love to go back. I'd love to see Georgia. Not to mention the fact, we got um, we got fishing, we got Squatch, we got Shane, all down there in Atlanta or down there in Georgia. I'd love to come down and visit and just, hang out for a week or so, visit everybody. And it's been a long time since I got to spend any time down south. I've been in Des Moines enough. I lived on the east side for a year, and just say you don't want to walk the streets by yourself. I'm 10 minutes. Yeah, I figured. I thought you were really close to Atlanta. I fucking hated Atlanta. Okay, so maybe if I do get down into Atlanta, I'll just keep my window or keep my doors locked. The same with Des Moines. And it's really, really funny, but I watch a lot of those lists that they compile on the platform. And one of those lists is worst cities in America to live in, or worst cities in Georgia, or worst cities in Indiana. I've never seen Des Moines or Atlanta listed on any of those lists. But yet I've seen Indianapolis listed on there. And I used to live in Indianapolis. I lived 11 blocks north of Monument Circle. I was 5 blocks away from the new canal that goes all the way from the north part of the city all the way down to the central part of the city, just west of Monument Circle. And I've walked the canal at night. I've walked the streets of Indy at night. Never had an issue out of anybody. So I don't know. I mean, people flat out told me, you don't want to walk out there. People be trying to rob you and beg off of you, and you might even get ganked for your wallet, even if it's empty, even if you show them it's empty, just so they can get a new wallet. Never had an issue. Uh, 5-hour stop, more stop, traffic, shithole. In my opinion, from all the cities I've been through, Portland, Oregon is the most dangerous one by far. Really? Wow. And that's where our friend Tildar Hobblescotch lives, is Portland, Oregon. I mean, can you imagine a goblin riding around on a Harley Davidson? He's had nothing bad yet to say. And yes, guys, when he goes out riding his Harley, that's how he goes out, as a goblin in a red leather riding outfit, riding his Harley. And he has no issues. The worst city in this country is East St. Louis. Wow. Now, see, I've been through St. Louis, and I thought it was a nice little town. Gary is, oh yeah, Gary. You'll get ganked in Gary, Indiana for having a picture of a $20 bill on your t-shirt, let alone actually flashing money. You just have a picture of a $20 bill on your t-shirt, you'll get ganked in Gary, Indiana. Hey, Squatch. Good to see you, bud. Hope you're doing good this morning. St. Louis is really bad. You can get robbed anywhere nowadays. Very true. Orlando is bad, but Disney keeps it under wraps. Unless Disney pulls out, like they're discussing, if, the governor and the mayor and stuff doesn't meet their demands. Debbie, good to see you, dear. Hope you're doing well this morning. East St. Louis is not St. Louis. Oh, yeah, what was it? I went through St. Louis on 70. So, yeah, that's really the only place in St. Louis I've been is straight across the Mississippi on 70 and straight to the city. And that's when I was heading for Texas. So yeah, it's been 26, 27 years since I was through there. You must have heard me mention your name there, Squatch, and that's why you popped up. Or got this vibration in the force that said someone's talking about me. We were talking about visiting Georgia. And I said, I got you, and I got Shane, and I got Fishing that all lives down in Georgia, and I'd love to come down and just hang with y'all. That was the vibration and the force. '70 misses the bulk of the city and all of East St. Louis. Okay, that's probably why I didn't have any problem with it and thought it was really pretty, because that's all I was on was 70. As a matter of fact, it was on the west side of St. Louis at the engine blew in that old Cutlass. Tossed a rod in my Cutlass. Couldn't get lucky enough to get my rod tossed while I was driving in the Cutlass. No, my rod had to toss on the west side of the city. Had to sell my car to a junk dealer and fly to Texas. Oddly enough, I was in East St. Louis Friday afternoon. Missouri has the worst truck stop baggers. Going through my tackle box, I need more stuff. I was going through my imaginary tackle box yesterday thinking, man, I just need stuff. If I want to start fishing this year, I think I honestly need to start investing imaginary money. I only say that because I have no real money. But, getting myself an ugly stick, start, building up a little bit of tackle and everything. I can walk 2 blocks and get live bait, but you need stuff to hang it on. You can't just tie a string around a worm and throw it out in the lake and hope to catch anything. The fish steal the worm, they floss with the string and then laugh at you. I get laughed at enough. I don't need the fish in the lake to laugh at me too. Typical fisherman. Yeah, fish reminds me a lot of my dad in his younger years and my grandfather. They might have 4 tackle boxes full of things they haven't touched in 20 years, but they need to go out and buy more tackle. Hell, they went out and bought things that were still in the packages in the bottom of the tackle box and wanted to go out and buy more stuff. My dad had so much shit in his tackle box that he went fishing one time and brought back a mess of fish. My mom was cleaning them. She told him to go out and get his fillet knife out of his tackle box, and he went out there and couldn't find the right tackle box that his fillet knife was in, and my mom walked out there. She said, "Well, it's been 2 years since I seen your tackle box with your fillet knife in it." And she walked right out, grabbed the right tackle box, and there was his knife. As soon as she opened it up, sitting in the bottom of it. She said, "You've only bought 3 tackle boxes since the last time I seen that knife, so it had to be in that one." I know some stories of folk there. Mike can get a family member to come, give a full explanation of why it is where it is and who they were. Interesting. Hook and worm, or it's maybe a bobber. DC is the biggest shithole. Might be. But that's one place I've always wanted to visit. I would love to go do a tour of our East Coast. Hit Boston, Philadelphia, DC, Yorktown, all those places out there where our country as a country actually got started. Look at the White House, go to the museum, actually see the painting of the White House burning in the War of 1812. I love the paranormal, but damn it, sometimes history just... It's a cemetery with a murder of crows, lightning struck tree, which should be an omen, but doesn't seem to be. I was actually trying to get Alan to one more paranormal investigation before he went back to England. And we were going to go back to Henderson Castle on Friday night, but Danny had said something to us about going up there before he realized that Francois had a wedding scheduled for that weekend and stuff. So we didn't get a chance to go up there. But I had suggested a cemetery just north of town here. And a few years ago, a big storm came through with tornadic winds and uprooted several of the oak trees and stuff in the cemetery. And when the trees uprooted or fell over, they they pulled up caskets. When people went out the next day to survey the damage, there was actually a couple bodies hanging from the roots on some of these trees and stuff like that. the lightning struck a couple of the gravestones, struck some of the trees, things like that. And I wanted to take him out to that place, and doesn't look like we're going to do it because tonight's his last night here, and he wants to take us out for a decent dinner somewhere. So I think that's going to be the plan tonight. I took the youngest to Arlington after basic, but never bothered to go into D.C. Arlington's another place I'd like to go. I have family members buried in Arlington. My grandfather's brother, who died in France, what little bit the family got back of him is buried in Arlington Cemetery. So I would really like to. Arlington's another place I'd really like to go. My channel focuses on ghosts, poltergeist, and horror content. We do our share of investigations. Of course, videos on sightings and possessions and things like that. But, we kind of teeter-totter on the edge of that knife between mysterious history and paranormal mystery. We have the Brown House, where Sherman had his headquarters, old plantation place with working grist mill. Very nice. That's all I drive now is the East Coast. That'd be really cool to go out there and see all that. Good morning, Templar. Good to see you, bud. Hope you're doing well today. Man, I have got to figure out this new percolator. I have never in my life, my old percolator was all metal, even had a metal lid. So when it percolated, it just, shot the coffee up into the basket, dribbled the coffee back down off the grounds and stuff. This one here has got a twist. It's got a twist lid on it, and it's a plastic lid. So when it starts to steam, even though the lid twists and locks into the handles, the lid will sit there and it'll do this. I'm really thinking there's a gasket that's supposed to be on the inside of that lid that didn't come with it. Because the lid, even when it's twisted and locked in place, don't fit tight. So I might have to sit down and engineer a gasket. Just doing well, enjoying well-deserved staycation week. There you go. You do deserve a good staycation week. You work like a Hebrew slave, man. I mean, everybody deserves a little staycation. I like that tooth you're wearing around your neck. Tell us about it. This is actually, it's a simulated grizzly claw, a real grizzly claw, which I would love to have several of them to make a plain style necklace out of. But they're about $100 a piece for an actual grizzly claw this size. This one here is made out of a very, very hard polymer that was molded off of an actual American grizzly bear. Um, but yeah, I mean, could you imagine something coming at you with 10 of these great big daggers? I mean, like I said, this one here was molded off of it, and it's got a hell of an edge or a hell of a tip on it. I can't imagine this thing swiping, you know, like this. It doesn't take much to understand why, in a movie like, Revenants, why that bear tore him up so bad. I mean, when you put 10 of these behind a 1,000-pound bear, um, yeah, there's pretty much ass whooping coming in that. If you even survive it, if you don't become bear poop. But honestly, there's nothing here to do. Modern like, we must fish, drink, hunt, screw, play cards. I don't mind any of those. I can sleep past 2:30 a.m. if I want for a change. Since I started working, I'm actually, not getting up at 2 or 3 anymore. Um, I'm 4 or 5, but not 2 and 3. So it's kind of it's a win-win thing. If in bear country, it is a big gun. Yeah, a big gun. Hey, Ian, good to see you, bud. Do I encounter bears? We've had bears down here in the southern part of Michigan before. There's not a lot of them. Most recently, our big thing's been cougar. There's been one sighting just a couple miles away from here, and we're only 15 minutes above Indiana. Um, but I've never. Now, the wife saw a bear about 5 months ago, but she was about an hour north of here going to work. But she saw one running out across the field. But that's been the only bear encounter that either one of us have ever had. Had a neighbor who hit a black bear in his van. He used baling wire to wire it place on the grill of the van. He rode for years with a bear corpse on his front bumper. God. I bet that smelled really good. Hey, Brooklyn, good to see you, love. Hope things are good out there in the Big Apple for you, or at least in your little borough of it. It's 10:48 Monday here. 10:48. 9:19 here. I haven't encountered. Where'd that message go? I haven't encountered a bear since I was a kid. That's something I've always wanted to do, though. Go bear hunting. Always wanted to do it. Still waiting on a good gun to do it with. I mean, I'm not going to go out and throw sticks at it. I'm not gonna, try to kill it with a bow and arrow. But one of these days, before I finally, die and stay dead, I'd like to go on a bear hunt. There are black bears in my area, my cabin is at, but I haven't seen any. In Australia, you're more likely to encounter snakes and spiders. Well, koala bears don't put up a very big fight, so they're pretty much yeah. and you need like 9 of them to make a coat. So yeah, and sharks are common. Oh yeah, yeah, sharks are very common. Used to see bear a lot when I lived at the private hunting and fishing club in the Pinocos. Yeah, Poconos, Pinocchios. When I lived in the Poconos, yeah, yeah. Used to do tracking for City Slicker Hunter members a lot. Oh wow. Now see, that's one thing I've always enjoyed doing. Even though I've not been able to hunt for a few years, I still like to go out in the I still like to go out during the wintertime and just track, find out where the game movements are at. I'd like to do a fake documentary on the North Georgia Creek squid. That'd be kind of cool. That'd be kind of cool. I've been talking to Tommy Tombstone for the last couple years about going out and doing a fake documentary on Bigfoot, and oh, yeah, people trying to get a crew together to go out and make it actually funny. It just seems to be too hard. Black bear. I say the the North Georgia Creek squid. That's a real cryptid, isn't it? I think I've heard of that before. Oh, black bears were all over the place in northern Wisconsin, which is an actual cryptid. Okay, well that pretty much answered my question. Haven't been to Australia. Have you ever been to Australia? No. No, I have never been to Australia. That's another place I would love to come and visit. Hey, Bigfoot is real. Oh, I know Bigfoot is real. I have no doubt Bigfoot is real. But um, the whole idea behind the mockumentary would be, like all these big game hunters. It would be kind of like the Blair Witch meets Bigfoot. All these big hunters out there trying to hunt Bigfoot. The whole time he's right there around their camp, stealing their beer, smoking their hooters, eating their food. So yeah, and then when it all finally comes down to it at the end of the whole mockumentary, there's Bigfoot driving the Suburban out of the national park with these, 4 or 5 hunters all strapped to the hood. Just something ha ha, funny, giggle giggle. I haven't been to Australia. Too much shit to kill you there. Tommy amongst the Tombstone is my friend. Tommy only lives like 45 minutes away from me, if that far. He just lives west of me over towards Lake Michigan. I love Tommy to pieces. Um, every once in a great blue moon when I catch him live, I'll pop up and, I've always called him my son because he reminds me so much of my kid. It's pitiful. But I met Tommy a year ago, and I ran across a video of his and started watching him, and invited him on an investigation with us to an old jailhouse here in Michigan, and I've loved Tommy ever since then. We've gone on oh God, what, 8, 9, 10 investigations together. I can't remember the name it used, but in the settler days, there were recipes and references in literature to freshwater squid like critter. That is the basis for squidbillies. Huh. Interesting. Don't touch the trim. Tommy knows who I am. Amy's Crypt is based out of Adelaide. I watch them a lot currently in the U.S. at the moment. Very, very cool. Hey, that reminds me while I'm thinking about it. Amy's Crypt. Because I forgot her name. Sorry, I got to bend down because the camera blocks half my screen. What in the Sam who's it? Let me jump off. Change screens here real quick. Come on, you ornery cuss. Come on. Come on. Come on. Slow internet today, guys. We got a lot of rain in this area. Okay, there's that one. Oh, goodness gracious sakes. Yes, I know Amy's Crypt. She's a good friend of mine. She's from Southern Australia. Yeah, Templar mentioned her to me a week or two ago, and I forgot the name of her bloody channel. And while it was right here in front of my face, I was going to try to, okay, there's that. Booyah, right there she is, Amy's Crypt. Subscribe. All notifications. Um, 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 Waverly Hills. Empty Haunted House. Ghost Town, Superstition Mountains. Haunted Theater. I'm going to leave this page right on her. I'm going to watch a couple of her videos when this is all over with. I have her channel on my YouTube channel recommended watch list. Did anyone see the Bob Gimlin Demon File? No, I haven't seen that. Oh, I'm subbed to her, and I'm going to watch a couple of her videos when the live stream's over with. See if I can get associated with her just a little bit. I'm slow, but that should be, yeah. You're not slower than this old computer. But you guys know my main computer died, what, 3 months ago? So I've got this little teeny tiny life book, the G2 life book, this little 12-inch thing right here that I used on the investigations just for our static night cameras. That's what I'm stuck using right now until I have the money to get a new computer. So Bob recently swapped computers and moved 2 files to his new computer. He found a file after that. Not only did he not transfer a file, but says he never recorded those lines. Interesting. She sleeps next to her haunted dolls. So does Tommy. So does Tommy. They're right there next to his bed. So he's got some in his living room and some in his bedroom. I've been over to his place a few times. It's a very interesting place. Oh, I'm so to you, buddy. Glad to be here. I'm glad you are, Debbie. I'm glad you are. Yeah, I agree, Squatch. It's very, very creepy when you go through when you go through your computer or your phone or something, and you find things that you didn't record or you didn't save, and you can't help but wonder, where did this stuff come from? Keep them close, you keep an eye on them. I'm not worried about keeping an eye on his dolls because I always say hi to them when I go over there and tell them how pretty they are and stuff like that. I'm more worried about them keeping their eyes on me when I'm sleeping. Brooklyn, there are very, very few things in this world that scare me. I mean, there's a lot of things that can startle me, but there's very few things in this world that scares me. The things I can't control are mostly what really scares me. I can kill a bear. I can severely hurt or injure someone who breaks in my home at night with a weapon. Those kind of things don't scare me. They don't frighten me. But possessed dolls, demonic activity, things like that terrifies the hell out of me because there's nothing I have here just shy of my holy water that I keep in my case. And that's just kind of hard to come by. There's not a lot of priests out there that will bless a bottle of water for you. Well, anybody can take down a bear, Brooke. I mean, if it gives you enough warning it's coming at you and you got a gun, anybody can take down a bear. Or at least injure it enough that it slows it up or you can escape. But when it comes to a bear, just remember, you don't got to be faster than the bear. You just got to be faster than the slowest person in your expedition. That bear is not going to pass up a free meal just to come after you. It's going to take down the first, first one it comes to. So as long as you're faster than the slowest person in your group, you're good. And I once recorded an entire performance of God's Own Drunk. Only discovered it editing the intended audio. What's the hardest part of eating a vegetable? Getting it sat in a wheelchair just right. That was a long way around the pump handle for that joke. Yep. Thank you, Debbie. We love you too, dear. The skull. I'll be back in a few. Unexpected living humans on an investigation is a scare for me. You can bless your own water. You don't need a priest, do you? I've always gone to the church. Whenever I've had to refill my bottle, I've always gone to a local Catholic church. And I've told, all the priests here locally know what I do because I've gone to just about all of them. There's only like 3 Catholic churches here in the immediate area. But I've gone to all of them and had them bless water for me before. So, as I use water down, I'll refill my bottle and I'll have it re-blessed again. So, I don't like to take chances. I might be an ordained minister, but the Catholic religion are the ones who use holy water. So I get my holy water from the source. The Catholic Church, the holy water guys. Does anyone have a light? Why, yes I do, and I'm getting ready to light a cigar myself. So give me just a second and I'll share my light with you. All right, hold your smoke right up next to what you're watching me on. There, you got it. You got it. Is it lit? I got 4 Zippos right here. Psst. Which is really, really sad because I got my Zippo right here too, but I have no fluid. Since I found that Zippo, that's all I used until it ran dry. And I have no more fluid, so. Tony, I'm really, really surprised that you've had absolutely nothing to say this morning about us doing a normal stream. I mean, I understand you've been feeling so shortchanged and so screwed over by us doing the hour-long streams on the days that I have to work, and having today off. I figured you would be the first person at 9:01, 9:02 at the latest, to comment about the fact that you didn't get screwed over today. You actually got a full 2-hour stream. It ain't normal till it's done. Well, buddy, you got about 19 minutes left to get your full 2 hours in. Yeah, see, where's it at? Right. Yeah, right here. As my wife's little Bics run out of fluid, I save these, and then when I need a new flint for my Zippo, I just pull these apart, pull the flint out, and I put them in a pill cutter and snap the flint in half. So, you know, I'm taking a flint like that and I'm cutting it in half. And that's what I use in my Zippo. Instead of going out and buying flints for it, I got a ready supply of them around here. It ain't normal till it's done. I don't want to jinx it. I don't blame you. I'm just very happy that I got to be on here for a full 2 hours this morning. It's so funny for me to not do a full 2-hour stream. So I have 2 spares in each lighter. Yeah, I just right before the Zippo ran out of fluid, I replaced the flint in it and put the other piece down inside the drum. So I've got it down there. When that flint's gone, I've got a piece already right there. Oh, let's see here. Christina and Son Ghost Squad. Good morning, love. Hope you're doing good. Happy Monday, if there is such a thing. Yes, sir. I will be there that Friday in Niles for the Niles Ren Fair. I have already talked to the lady in charge, and I got my spot there already. Since I do security for the event every year, I will be there. I will be there that Friday to help everybody come in that comes in Friday night to get set up, and it's going to be good. It's going to be good. Going to be even bigger this year than it's been in the past. Kristen, hope you're doing well today, hon. I'm fabulous, and Mondays have been good since I haven't been working. Lucky little devil, you. If I could only stay in that and make money somehow, I'd be a happy camper. Yeah, you know, it's always nice to be compensated for the time you give to somebody else. Hell, I think it was my second or third day back to work. I was so happy to show up for work and everything, I forgot to clock in. Hell, I gave them 2 hours free labor that day. I was just going to leave it alone, too. I was just going to, you know, give it to the boss. And the girl that, the cook that was training me told him after I left that night and he showed up that I didn't clock in, so he changed my hours. I'm like, doggone, I was just going to give him some free labor. I was so excited being back to work and enjoying a job. I completely forgot to clock in. I've done that plenty of times, forgot to clock in, forgot to clock out, because I was so happy to get out of there. Yeah, see, I've not forgot to clock out yet. Not forgot to clock out yet, but I did forget to clock in that one day. Which I always show up about 20-25 minutes early, just to chat for a little bit with the boss if he's there. If not, you know, the other guy, the old man back in the back. But if they need me to clock in early, they'll say, "Hey, can you clock in and do this?" And I'll just turn around and clock in real quick. And I came in about 20 minutes early. We got a rush. I waited for about 10 minutes to see if it was going to be constant, and it was. And I just jumped on the line and started working and never turned around the clock. Ah, God, that's good. It's still about half full. After the show, I got to order coffee and solar panels. You need some way to heat your coffee, I guess. Gonna get more panels, huh? Get that cabin set up right. I get the solar panels, but you don't have anything to make coffee in the house. Like 3 different things that'll make coffee. Have a pour over, French press, and a K-cup. We had a K-cup. Give it to the son. Check. So good to see you. Hope you're doing well. Are they open all year? Oh yeah, open all year. Open all year. This cold spring though, man, I'll tell you what. We're down like $2,000 already in ice cream sales. Because we have an ice cream shop in the restaurant. And we had like those 3 days here a couple weeks ago in the 80s when people were actually on the beach and stuff. And ice cream sales went through the roof. We went through like 40 gallons of ice cream in one night. And the boss had to go make a trip, pick up more tubs of ice cream, which our ice cream, comes in like a 3-gallon container. But they then all of a sudden our temperatures got back in the 40s and 50s again, and ice cream sales dropped. So yeah, we're like $2,000 down from last year in ice cream sales now. How do you milk a priest? Dress a calf up as an altar boy. Ouch. Yeah, there's chili for ice cream. Still, you got to put the ice cream over the hot pie, and then you get more ice cream selling. I agree. Apple pie a la mode, cherry pie a la mode, peach pie a la mode. Be a great little money maker right there. Winter ain't left yet. Which is really kind of funny because 3 days ago, the boss put on our digital sign, "Spring has sprung." And I looked at him and I said, "That might be a little premature exultation right there, bud. I don't think it's sprung yet. I think it's kind of lingering. It's not sure if it's ready to spring or not." Jared King, another awesome guy. Oh yeah, yep. I had Jared on 2 weeks ago on my Friday night Ghost to Ghost PM. I love me some Jared. Jared and Laura, great people. Hey, Clairvoyant, good to see you. Hope you're doing good this morning. Sorry, I missed your morning lives. I get up late. That's all right. Sometimes I want to get up late too, and it don't work out that way. Yeah, so there. Winter bounce back. Yep, the winter bounce back. Love you and your loving wife. Thank you, honey. I appreciate that. We do appreciate all the love we get from you guys. It's really kind of cool, that we've managed to build this incredible little family right here. I've been okay. Been very busy. My daughter had a premature baby. My 94-year-old grandmother broke her hip twice. My family came to visit from Greece. Oh, wow. Been very busy. Greece. Man, that'd be a cool place to go and visit. We in the cold country love to live vicariously through the warm ones. Amen to that. It's great kite weather, but the lightning put it off. Having a the door. No, won't be on tonight, Fish. Alan, since this is his last night here before he goes back to England, he wants to take us out for dinner someplace really nice. Not McDonald's or Taco Bell, but he insisted that he gets to take us out once for a really nice dinner before he goes back to England tomorrow. So we're going to go out tonight and try to have fun his last night here before he makes that trip back across the pond. I want to visit anywhere that won't let me carry a gun. So one day I'll take a trip to Greece by boat. I hate the freaking airplanes. Take me about 10 days, maybe more. But I'll see some sights and stops on the way. Good for retirement. Very good for retirement. High today, 70. Nope, not Culver's. Not Culver's. He actually wants to go someplace nice. So, I don't know. We'll have to see where we wind up at. It was scary. The poor baby was born at 30 weeks, and then it was in the NICU for almost 2 months. Aww. Poor little thing. Hope baby's okay now. We've been through the premature thing with friends of my ex-wife. She had some kind of a medical problem and wound up going into labor at 20 weeks. The baby spent 6 months, 7 months, almost 3/4 of a year in the NICU. And last I seen him, he was fine. I mean, he's like, oh my God, 27 or 28 now. So I think he was 15 the last time I seen him, and he was doing just fine. Yeah, a lot of Australians that go to Greece. Now they like to retire there too. We went to several sit-down joints this weekend. Culver's would have been a better option in each instance. Arby's too, for that matter. Baby's okay now. He's big and chubby. Only thing, say that baby is he likes food. Sounds like my granddaughter. She's 5 months old now, a little fiery redhead with chunky cheeks, and loves Grandpa's beard. Loves Grandpa's beard. She was here. Hold on, guys. My door just crept open. It's either a cat or a ghost. I'm guessing it's a cat. Oh, well, look at that. Boy, was I ever right. Come here, chunky monkey. Oh, come here. Come here. Did you dead? Huh? Did you dead? You heard me in here talking. You just had to come in, didn't you? Ugh. Here, get up here. Oh. Got your motor running for? Hmm? I did. My youngest granddaughter loves fried okra. So I guess she had at your place. So it's possible it's cat. Ghost cat. Best of both worlds. There you go. Morning, Bootsy. Good to see you. Hey, Jot. Good morning. All right. You gonna play with the microphone? Hmm? Here, come here. Well, you can't get on the desk. You know there's no room for you there. Come back here, Moms. That's a beautiful kitty. Yep, this is Ralphie. You know, if you guys watch the videos, you see Ralphie pop up on occasion in the intros and outros. This is the star of the show right here. This is the Ferocious Feline in Ferocious Feline Productions. You like that, don't you? You like the doggy? You like the doggy skull on the microphone? Made my sister's cat pillow. Had a cat that looks like her on it. Yeah, I'm trying to actually find a large stuffed plush of a cat to put back here. Right now I got one of those little round kitties back here. But I'm looking for actually a large stuffed plush of a black cat to put back here behind me. Yeah, Ralphie's a big cat. He's about 16 pounds. He's a big cat. But yep, it's that time, guys. We made it a full 2 hours for the first time in a couple weeks. So, time for me to get my day started. Spend some more time with Alan. And that's it. Like I said, we will not be here tonight. Alan wants to take us out on his last night here. So, I'm not going to deny him that. We've been catering to him for 2 weeks, so I'm gonna let him have his night. So you guys all have yourselves a great. Let me get all this stuff out of the way here. You guys all have a great Monday. Try to have a little bit of fun. Try to make it interesting. But y'all have a good day. I will be on here Wednesday evening, 7 o'clock p.m. Eastern Standard Time. We'll do our night thing then. But, you want to say goodbye? I see you looking up here. Kidding me? Kidding boy. Kidding boy. Kidding boy. You guys all have a great day. You take care of yourselves. Take care of each other. God bless you. God love you. We do. We'll catch y'all on Wednesday evening. Y'all have a great day. Much love, y'all.